They're going to run. It's Sproles.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message. Hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory. Be aggressive. Wentz now on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and getting to the QB. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Big stop, B. Big stop. Let's go.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Stuck the box.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Wide open receiver complete.
Killing that linebacker.
Way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the
Killing
first.
that nigga.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Throwing on first is Wentz.
Yeah,
that is incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Watch the slant. Watch twist. Watch twist. Shoot. Man, 5-7.
Wentz going to throw.
What?
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on to the contact.
Tell me something bad. Tell me, goddamn it. Goddamn me, the clown.
So
What's up, man?
incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Throw the man in. Send it to me. Uh-oh, you an asshole. Boy. What's up?
Wentz to throw again.
What's up, nigga?
He'll hit Jackson complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43.
Man, get to the goddamn point. I hate a stalling ass nigga, man. What you want?
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
You better get the fuck off my goddamn mic.
And it's the Eagles in possession. They are, however,
you better go
facing
get
a
it.
4th
Shit, you
down
better go
situation.
sell some of that shit you got. You better go to the goddamn pawn shop. Yeah, nigga, weird. I'm gonna tell you something, Timbo. I ain't spending a whole lot of money this year. Like I've been doing, like we've been doing this shit.
It's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts.
I'm gonna spend this. I don't spend $50 on some VC today. Nah, what I'm saying is I ain't making a whole lot of bills like I used to. Like 3 or 4 bills. That shit
the punter Cameron Johnston to boot it away. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin.
Oh, believe it. So you can just restart your bill.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Like with that, like the bill you had last year.
Position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. Prescott to throw this time. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And they work this out past the 25. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
I believe it when I see it.
Here's Elliott. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And now running right through it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 45. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Oh,
that type of run right there, that just fires me up when I watch it, because that's maybe the most underrated aspect of his game. The ability to break tackles and know where the 1st down chains are and pick them up.
He's tough, good pedigree. Dad Stacy was a linebacker in Missouri.
Yeah, and how about Mom on the track team? So I think that's where the speed came from. And she's not shy about letting us know that, too.
Yeah, I got the best of both worlds. On 2nd down now. It's Elliott, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like
I'm just out here spamming eggs, and that shit just throwing niggas off of that nigga. Hell no.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first blitz coming, and down he goes. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted. That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott.
Oh,
and that'll be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football.
Oh, it's about something thing. You know I'm a
flag.
No, I'm with you. There was.
I don't give a fuck about this head-to-head. Boy, that pissed me off so bad when you won by that phrase. Boy, when you got that goddamn freeze to kill the boy, I was so goddamn mad. And I just knew if I kicked it fast, it'll work, boy. I was pissed. Boy, I ain't lying. I wasn't raged, nigga. I ain't bullshit.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black.
Boy, Zeke got paid this morning. I'm sweet.
20 of us, that's 20.
The dad of the Cowboys gave him a deal.
I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose.
Yeah, $90 million.
All on the line, what you gonna do? Come on.
He the highest paid, but he only Saquon gonna get paid more than that.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA.
Like for real. Somebody just joined the party. At the interview, boy, you done switch teams again. I ain't switch teams, nigga. I'm just playing with the Cowboy. That's SwerveBoe.
I don't love him either.
Elliott now to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
He watching the stream. He had a job interview today. Time to eat, Savage. We owe Timbo one after that little narrow escape he had. We owe him one. How much you get wood by?
They'll try the right side with Elliott. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll run with Elliott. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
I'm surprised Mike.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Prescott. Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Prescott to throw it. Coverage and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rodney McLeod.
That nigga had no business jumping that goddamn route.
Intended that time for Cooper. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. This is Howard on second down.
Okay.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
It's complete. It's Sproles. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Howard. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. First, they go right back to Howard. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Trying the right side with Howard. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They run with Howard, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Wells. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack. And now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
We'll take that 3.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter.
We out. They call me why I can't stand. They call me why I can't stand.
10, touchdown, Cowboys.
Feed. They call me why I can't stand.
And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
They call me why I can't stand.
Recap on that
what they call.
Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Hashtag Wildcat.
Rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On the give, running right is Howard. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Howard. And some room to run now. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. 22 yards. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Let's go, D. 47. Here we go, 47. 26.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz. And this is going to
wow, that nigga just jumped that, bro. I'm sleeping.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
I'm sleeping than a motherfucker. He didn't jump.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
Too little, Mike 48, Mike 48. Sunday.
On 2nd and 15 now. Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down. To throw is Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And Jeffrey's got it. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control, and you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. He's going to go up top for the end zone.
Wow! Wow!
And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Let's do it.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Boy, all that fuck shit that was going on just then, boy. Boy, Madden almost tried to bail this nigga out. I'm asleep.
Now Wentz again.
Yo, let's go.
Incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. And once more, he was looking for Alshon Jeffrey, and it's 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. And this is caught by Jackson. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Wentz now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
You got tight like this. Grade 15. Grade 15. Hey, grade 57. Check 48. Check 48's the mic. Let's make it done.
Again, it's Wentz. And that is caught. It's over for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are able to regain the lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Right here, right here. Spawn. No.
They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On 2nd down, it's Howard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Again, it's Howard.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Oh, wow!
First down
That's the shit I'm talking about, bro. This game, bro.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On first down, they run with Howard. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
On second down now, it's Howard, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go.
The first carry for Josh Adams. Fights him off. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Watch the safety creep. Rip. Watch that. Switch it. Let's find two. Switch it.
On second down, it's Howard. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. Jeffrey with a catch left side. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Hey, empty. X3, 218, chop.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Shit. Tight dog.
Into the red zone, Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Elliott is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And not much
Man,
there.
come the fuck out.
Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Wow.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter.
Well, you had the ball
This is
the
the
whole damn
NFL, and
3rd
it's on
quarter.
EA Sports. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end Witten, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it second and short. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Gave the game away in the fourth.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. From the 39, Prescott.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Job 1 to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big third down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped, and what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. And the pressure gets to him again.
Goddamn line.
With a sack. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly.
Look at this nigga jump up.
Incomplete. It was the veteran safety Malcolm Jenkins who got a hand in there to disrupt it. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that one.
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I got it. Check 9.
Running with Howard. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They go with Howard again.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
Undercross. Watch safety creep. The other side, solid. Safety creeping. Big edge.
On 1st down, Howard. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Howard. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Boy,
Now whistles and a timeout call here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. The Eagles on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. And they'll run it here. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
Hey.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.
That nigga threw for 37 cents. Sweet. Send it, man. I'm gonna play one more. But yeah, but shit, nigga, the quarterback trade, that shit is ridiculous. Nigga, fucking trash, man. Daggers, goddamn trash.
Flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad beat pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though.
Dak trash.
Tell them we need more. Put numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet pointed guard. Big numbers, 100 in the bag, that's a big number.
Man, send it, nigga. Shit.
Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a disc. I'm talking a few $100,000 just on your 5th grand. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, round it up, count it up. Hey, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me cause I like she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit on my ex. She like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more. Tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep the score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Can't believe that nigga lost me that damn game. Damn sense.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And we got to keep an eye on Khalil Mack.
Now a first down throw, Watson.
Man, cut it out, bruh. Like, they just let this nigga get in front of this route, boy, the game here.
We knew this game had the potential to have quite a few twists and turns, but maybe not on the very first play of the game.
And not only did they end up with an interception, they got an actual bonus, too. A nice return ends up setting them up first and goal. What a change and what a twist.
First damn play of the game.
Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. After the interception, here's Trubisky. Steps away to his under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. On second and goal. Trubisky to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now it's Trubisky. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Here's Trubisky to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. A breakdown by the O-line at the worst possible time. 4th and goal, and it leads to a sack.
And I can just see it now. On the sidelines, they're telling the quarterback, you've got to get rid of it somehow, some way. At least get it in the end zone and give us a chance. If we throw an interception, so what? A sack? We didn't even have a chance.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Escape. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Another try after the first down sack. Watson, the catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
First down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Push him back. 59.
To throw is Watson. And
that
almost
nigga.
intercepted.
Who the fuck is that where
Calling
he
a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw is probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He wants it all for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. The Texans with a first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Quit it.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. They will indeed snap it to Watson.
Oh, I had a nigga open and I didn't have time to throw the damn
That's
ball.
sacked by Khalil Mack.
Wow.
Brendan, let's file this play away for later. Let's note this play because, to me, it's not out of the question that the decision to pass up the 3 there could come back to haunt them later on.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. We're scoreless after 1. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession. Trubisky will throw as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Trubisky. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Trubisky under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Trubisky's throw pulled in by Robinson, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
13 spill.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. Finding Gabriel complete. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. Gal, the guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Now Trubisky on 1st down. This is Miller, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Trubisky to throw again. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards to pick up, 1st down.
I don't hit this nigga
2
twice.
minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless 1st half. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. That one, a first down pickup of 8. On 1st and 10, Watson being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Watson. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. On 1st down, it's Watson. And that'll be incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
The throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson there defensively was Buster screened to knock it away. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Watson looks to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Force that bitch in there.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 53. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner.
Timbo, you should have seen
so 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now it's Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cohen. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Hell no, Timbo, he would have did that. Who was that, Gabriel? He would have spun off something.
Reset. 19. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. All day, baby. All day.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
A gain of 13. It's a first down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them.
They get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On second down, Johnson. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
We're set. We're getting 8. Here we go, T. Here I come. Play alert. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check 24. Check 24.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Give him a gain of 4. Able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They'll run it with Johnson. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
First carry here for Taiwan Jones. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Watson.
Man, look at this nigga.
But that's going to wind up incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Play action. Now Trubisky. Open man is Trey Burton.
What?
And down
Bro,
he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there and a first down. Trubisky now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Goddamn video game.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Watch the shit. Watch the shit. 18. Watch the shit. Mike 55.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
You want to slow that motherfucker.
Set. 19.
After the interception, here's Watson. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw, Watson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Leonard Floyd getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Now it's Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. After the interception, here's Trubisky. And some space here. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Yes.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Watson into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the 1st. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Man, look at this badass throw. This big
and he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Please.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
this game.
So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
And the drive starts with a completion, left side. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it. And now Trubisky lost the football, and the Texans scoop it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit,
oh my God,
and in this case, lose the football?
Well, it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
They'll look to throw. Fuller brings it in over the middle. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. The Texans on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. He's back to throw.
Man, come on, bro. You got 2 damn safeties. You ain't even got the other safety playing on his side.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Ain't even got the
offense now at the line ready for their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
You really took that safety out of his spot. Just
flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete.
Boy, you won by 1 point, Timbo.
Well, Charles, the old saying.
I hate losing like
that. To the premium, that certainly applied here.
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defensive.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
What you mean? I held you to 0 points the whole second half. Shit.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.
What you mean? Now, you didn't score none after the 2nd quarter. I saw you trying to score shit. Timbo, you won by 1 point. Sweet. Like a 1 point victory.
I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well.
Oh, good. I guess you forgot about Carrie, huh?
I've been on my, I don't need no help. Always getting money, rains, no sleep. Every day I work my thumb. I don't get to take off. A hater get up. I'm ready like lift off. I never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone. Nothing ever lasts long. I'm always
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Here we go, Pac-Man. 120. 56. 6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS. 6 guys.
Our first carry now for Jordan Howard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Kill. Check 49, check 26-yard line. Hey, check 24, watch 24. Deuce. Man 5-7. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check 50. Let's 5-7. Check 37.
On the toss play, Howard. Von Bell up to make the tackle. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now a give, right side. It's Howard. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
Boy, that nigga just nailed that nigga.
That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
They go play action here on 1st down. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. This is Howard on the toss right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, this is Howard. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. They'll run on 1st down. Howard, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Saints' 39-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Howard. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard, 39 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. Bree's going to throw. Ginn has it complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Here's Brees to throw. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
I'm trying to understand
first down there,
behind this game, let this nigga get caught up in the offensive line running the route.
After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. Now Brees again. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. On 3rd and long, it's Brees. And that's caught by Smith. And he is into the end zone.
I thought it was a perfect pass. That's why I knew it.
Traquan Smith, 59 yards. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece.
The fuck?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
See, it didn't take me that long, Scholes.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Right back to him on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play. On second down now, it's Howard extending the arm.
Oh, yes, it works.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down. A good run by Jordan Howard. And now another 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now a handoff looking right. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A give left side to Howard. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. This is Howard on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. On 1st and goal, Howard. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Howard all alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's got some space here. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play there out of Kamara. 44 yards on the ground. To throw, it's Breeze. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Kamara and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. They give it to him running left. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Breeze now on 3rd and goal. Almost picked off. I guess the good news for them
rush
now,
it, man. The slant was wide open, and I rushed it.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Eagles on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6.
Great. Check Mike 47. Trickstone, travel. Oh, you got deep? Tight dog. Sunday. This 5-7.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. And he's taken down here by the Saints. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Let's go. Check 3.
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Ready. Yellow lady. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. And QB's trapped.
On first down, Breeze. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more. Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles 40. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Where he's able to find the veteran Ginn. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Kamara. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 yards there and a first down. staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. From the 22, Breeze.
Oh, that nigga played both routes. Sleep.
Picked off at the 19. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded. But there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard, 77 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Surprised he was able to get around that damn fast.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7, past the 30 to the 32. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now Breeze. And he finds Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Breeze now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. And across the midfield, stripe into Eagle territory. On 2nd down and 4. Breeze. This is caught by Ginn. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Nigel Bradden brings him down. On 2nd and 7, Breeze.
Boy, they need to quit that shit. Letting that linebacker, cover both of them damn routes.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Again, it's Howard. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Howard. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. To throw, it's Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left.
Oh, my God.
that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield. Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way.
This is caught inside the 15. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 8-yard line.
That's it. So we're waiting. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
They run it again with Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. An 8-yard touchdown run as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Shit, why wouldn't he?
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
200 rushing yards.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They go with Howard again. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing now is Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. On play action, Wentz. He's going to float this one deep. That's caught inside the 20. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They go counter with Howard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Now on 2nd and 13, Wentz. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Now a play fake. Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. So a big, big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. this to take the lead here in the final minute. And the kick by Elliott is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Derek Barnett in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. He's back to throw.
I like that blitz you said.
Throw away. He's taken down. Fletcher Cox able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Boy, that nigga sent the goddamn house.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. One final try here for Breeze. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's going to be batted.
Boy, you barely won again. Boy, you be... Oh, my God.